Before we start today's video, I need to give a big thank you to EA and Respawn. Thanks for allowing me to participate in the Early Access Capture event. You guys are the greatest. Now roll the intro. Hello there once again, my ever-faithful internet audience. It is I, the Chicken Man. And today, we're doing something that we haven't done on the channel before. We're doing an early impressions video. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I got to play Season 7 early, so that means I played on the new map. I played with a new legend. I experienced some of the subtle balancing changes they made with weapons. And let me tell you, this upcoming season of Apex Legends is about to be one of the best seasons that we've ever had. Now friends, I can't show you any of my personal gameplay on this event just yet. You're gonna have to wait a couple of days, but the least I can do is put up the trailer, and I can probably have this in the background right now so you guys can actually see just how big this map is. And you know what, just looking at it overhead doesn't do it justice. Like, once you're actually boots on the ground in that map, especially landing for the first time, you'll see how easy it is to get overwhelmed, because there's just so much. Which brings me to the first thing I want to talk about. Apex is introducing a brand new friendly LTM where you get to explore the map with other video gamers. Nobody's going to be hostile, everybody's going to be friendly. It's going to be a great way to familiarize yourself with Olympus. And believe me, you're going to need this mode because there is so much ground to cover. There are 16 POIs on this map, and every single one of them has just such a drastic feel from the other. And I absolutely love it. So the map being as big as they've made it, they have implemented vehicles. They're called Tridents. They can hold 3 people, 1 driver, 2 passengers. Now, an important thing to note, Tridents cannot be destroyed. If any people are on that Trident, whenever the actual vehicle itself gets shot, that damage is split between all the people that are currently occupying it. Now, one thing I was a little disappointed about, but everybody else was rejoicing, and yeah, I get it. You can't actually run anybody over with the Trident. I know, I'm sad about that, but you can put your equipment on top of the Trident and drive around the map. But from our experience, what just happened on the screen right there, you can get your Trident disabled. So if it gets hit with an Arc Star, it gets hit with a Watson fence, it gets hit with a disrupted Sentinel round, your Trident stalls out. Now, while I said they couldn't be destroyed via bullets and explosions, they can still be driven off the map and exploded that way. But just because your Trident's going off the map doesn't mean you're going off the map. If you do have the misfortune of driving off the map, not that I've done that or anything, you'll get ejected out of your seat, back up into the sky, and you'll be able to land somewhere safe, hopefully. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was some of the weapon changes. Now, the first and most important piece of information that you guys probably want to know about is the R99. It's back on the ground. It has been reverted to its pre-care package values, and they are everywhere. I was just swimming in R99s when I was on the map. So all of my light ammo SMG users rejoice. Now, with the good news is going to come some, well, not so great news for some people. You guys ever heard of equivalent exchange? Kinda happened right here. You got an SMG, but you have to trade an SMG. All my Prowler users, I'm sorry, but the Prowler is in the care package now. I'm not really too sure the specific statistics of what exactly has been changed on it, because I wasn't really able to get my hands on it too much. Just know that if they did do anything to it, it's just going to be even more powerful than it was before. Now for regular ground weapons. The L-Star definitely got a little bit of lovin'. The muzzle flash has been reduced a little bit. It's no longer like little miniature flashbangs going off in your face when you're firing this thing. And I swear the recoil been decreased a little bit, and the amount of bolts that you can fire before overheating, you can get a couple more off now. All of my triple take users out there, we have received a little bit of a nerf. We are no longer able to fire that thing as fast as we were able to. Well, some people would consider that a nerf. I still think that's not that bad, especially with the precision choke being built in. Now that just gives you a little extra time to charge up and have your shot do that much more damage. Next up on our list is gold weapons. You know, every single season, they cycle through which weapons are gold. And during my time playing, I was able to encounter a few of them. This probably isn't all of them, but I can at least confirm that the Havoc, the Scout, and the Alternator have gold variants on the map. And really quick, no, the gold Alternator doesn't have disruptor rounds on it. I know, the last time it was around, it had the disruptors, but not this go around. It's just fully kitted, It's really stable. It's got a digi threat. But with the R99s back on the ground, I don't really think anybody's going to use it. Speaking of attachments, there is a new attachment in the game. It is called the Quick Draw. It goes on 2 guns. It goes on the Wingman, and it goes on the Re-45. The best way I can describe this attachment, it turns you into a cowboy. It lets you pull out your pistol faster, you get the ADS faster, and you have reduced hipfire spread. And I like this. It gives Wingman users, it gives them a little bit of a choice. Do they trust themselves to hit headshots consistently with a skull piercer, or do they want to be able to pull out their pistol really quick after an intense 1v1 firefight and be able to get those shots downrange faster than the other guy? And for the Re-45, putting it on that just makes it even more of a mini R99. Now, according to rumors, they said that there was going to be a new weapon on launch this season. I looked high and low. I looked everywhere. I went to the firing range. There wasn't a new weapon, guys. Sorry to tell you that, but seems like we're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer, but that's okay. We have plenty of stuff to play with in the meantime. Now let me see what I have on my list next. Hold up. Ah, yes. The new character. Horizon is her name. Manipulating gravity is her game. I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to find out every little shred of information about this character beforehand. Like, listening to the rumors, going to the Reddits, trying to find anything, because any character that has CC abilities instantly just gives me PTSD to good old Brigitte back in Overwatch. But after playing Horizon for a little while, getting to experience her abilities firsthand, she's nowhere near as oppressive as I thought she was going to be. Which is good, because man, I was not about to go through another Overwatch scenario. Let's go over her abilities really quick. Her passive is called Spacewalk. It increases air control and reduces all fall impacts with Horizon's custom spacesuit. What that means, you can make tighter turns while in the air. With better air control, it's slept on. Those people that like doing those crazy wall bounces, mid-air 180, 90 degree turns, they're gonna have a field day with this one. But the cherry on the cake is that you can fall from any distance and you hit the ground running. Like with every other legend, you take a second to gather yourself before you can start sprinting again. Yeah, no, Horizon, the moment she hits the ground, full speed sprint, which is going to make for some great escapes, especially with her tactical. Gravity Lift. Reverses the flow of gravity, lifting players upwards and boosting them outwards when they exit. Now, I thought this gravity lift was going to be identical to the ones that are on the map right now. The little air conditioner units that you activate over on World's Edge and Kings Canyon. This one feels faster, and it comes in handy so much, especially on Olympus. Every single building has multiple levels to it, so being able to take height instantly, or if you're trying to hold the inside of a building, you can throw this down inside of a doorway, and people trying to come through, well, they're going to be caught in your gravity lift for a second. Or you can do the absolute massive galaxy brain play, throw this where the enemy is taking cover, boost them up in the air, get some free hits. This tactical offers so much utility, it's amazing, I love it. Now last, but not least, the ultimate, Black Hole. Deploy Newt, which is a little drone, to create a micro black hole that pulls players in towards it. Now on paper, that sounds like you're gonna throw that down and people are just going to be stuck in it and there's nothing they can do, right? Well, that's not the case. While if you do get caught in the radius of the black hole, you will get pulled towards it, you can just run out of it. It'll take an extra second or two, but you can run out of it. Characters with mobility options, you can get out of it faster. Pathfinder, whose grapple has been fixed, by the way, no more 42-second cooldowns. You can just grapple right on out of that. Wraith, you can phase out of it. Octane, you can stem, bounce pad, and everybody else, you can just run. Like, it pulls, but it does not pull to the point where you are immobile. You can still move. You also have the option to just shoot the drone. You do like 100 and something damage to it, and it's gone. Just like that. Overall, this is a great legend. I feel like the moment everybody gets their hands on her, it's gonna make an impact. I'm not saying I'm gonna be a Horizon main or anything like that, but when you have the ability to shut down 3 pro players aping you all at the same time, yeah, that's pretty good. Anyways, last but not least, the new social feature that they're adding, clubs. Think of them as like little miniature Discord servers. Creating a club is simple, and you can set your barriers for entry however you want. You can do it by level, you can do it by competitive rank, invite only, or you can just have it wide open and anybody can join. You can have a maximum of 30 people in one club. The goal is to try to keep these clubs a little bit more close-knit than the systems they had in the past, specifically in Titanfall 2, where everybody would just join one big group organization and then nobody would actually talk or do anything. They'd just all have the same clan tag. Like, it just kind of defeated the purpose of having a club in the first place, which I'm completely okay with, because the way that I'm looking at this, there is now a social system built into the game where if you are a solo queuer and you don't want to do that anymore, you now have the means to find other video gamers. It's so much easier when it's just built into the game, so thank you so much, Respawn, for putting this in. Whew, okay, I know I just did a lot of talking, but there was a lot of information I wanted to share about Season 7, and like I said, I'll be able to upload my personal gameplays here in the next couple of days, so make sure you stick around for that. Now, before we wrap this up, I have to ask, friends, what are you the most excited about in Season 7? New map, new legend, tridents, R99 being back on the ground, whatever it may be. Let me know down in the comment section below. And while you're down there, be sure to like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, consider subscribing if you're new, enable those notifications, and you'll never miss another Chicken Season 7 video ever again. I hope you all enjoyed this impressions video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.